how do you make a motion and abstain on the motion? So if they all abstain, then it remains exactly as it is. The free bus rides are still offered. You can't have it both ways. They voted. If they didn't rescind their vote, all abstain, the motion doesn't pass. It stays
No, I
like
don't
it
think
is.
that would be procedurally correct. I think what is procedurally correct is that whatever's before the council that it votes on, that would be what would stand. And we abstained, which meant that that vote failed, and the item came back before us properly, and if it came back before us properly and we abstained, then it fails, and that he should not transmit the
But
money.
they really don't want to do it. They really don't want to face these bus riders saying, listen, you know what? We're opposed to you having some relief during this gas crisis. And that's all this was about. Nothing
I
else.
still felt like, we should give our citizens some relief, and that is something that I will do and vote to do when we have the new buses. But right now it's not a good time. And they have spoken very loudly through emails. The citizens who ride the transit have spoken very loudly through emails, phone calls, all kind of snail mail that they don't want us to do this. They'd rather get new buses and have it.
They knew what they were doing when they abstained.
Absolutely,
Do you think,
absolutely not.
what kind of questions do you think are still in the air now over what happened?
When will you know what you're doing?
Well, I think the council had a lot of heartburn about the way this whole thing happened. There was not sufficient money, there was information given to us. I went back and I read the tape, for example, for myself. I went back and I read the tape. I had the tape transcribed, and it said that there was surplus money that the mayor was going to recommend that we use for the free bus rides. But when the Transit Authority came, they said there is no surplus money. So when there was no surplus money and we were going to take away the money for the new buses, I didn't think that was a good idea. And so that's why.
I think the vote reflects that they don't know what they're doing. I see why we all agree nothing got done in the city for so long. Why it is so hard to get people to do things when in fact they're accustomed to delay, and don't do anything. Weird.
I think I asked you maybe a week or two in of when the mayor first took office about the pace he does things. Do you think that the council's going to start maybe looking at things, not going as fast as the mayor wants?
I think you'll see more of that.
Their abstention says everything stays exactly as it is, and they still will get their money May the 10th. So, as far as I'm concerned, the bus ride starts May the 10th. But
one time we talked about, that must have been about a week ago, it was Councilor Abbott who very aptly said, we want to always think about the transit and how we took that vote, and that helped us to grow a lot. Admittedly, as public officials, I think we get an atta-girl, atta-boy for saying that we made a mistake, that we rushed into judgment on this whole matter. So what I think you will see in the future will be more of what you saw at Children's Hospital, the 2-hour sessions on one issue so that we can get all of our questions answered and then proceed to a final vote.
Julie, great job. They all abstained on transit. So
Maybe you can tell us what
then,
that's what I'm saying.
then it stays exactly like it is.
We can't appropriate the money.
Why? Huh? No, they only abstained. Their issue was whether or not to give the free bus rides. Had nothing to do with the appropriation. We'll check it out and see.
So in particular with the budget, I think you'll see us being very deliberate because we must make sure we haven't spent money twice. We want to make sure that we have enough money for the big ticket items that we have said we're going to do, the dome, the transit, all of that. So you'll see a very deliberative council, perhaps as we should have been all along.